Greetings, everyone. My name's Petersen, and I'm coming to you from Earth Angel Academy with Scott Katamas, Emily Orem, and Monique Darling. And Monique is here with me, and she'll be participating a little bit in this conversation.
Hello, everyone.
And I'm here to impart to you one of my greatest passions and joys, which is health, wellness, and connection to your divine self. And I call it the 9 S's to longevity. And the idea is to help you feel safe and connected into your body.
Because once you feel safe, then you're able to offer your gifts because you're free. You have all of that energy that you spent defending yourself and wanting to get out of your body. You have it back in your body so you can offer the gifts that you were born to give.
Yeah. So basically, the 9 S's is like a template. It's a blueprint. It's a formula or equation, whatever word you want to use, to help inculcate these behaviors that help keep you healthy, happy, and in joyful, ecstatic living. And the first S, the first component, is silence, which is commonly known as meditation. And so many people see meditation as like this big bad thing, or it has this misnomer of being this arduous climb up a very rough mountain. Like, oh, I can't stop my thoughts. I can't sit and meditate. And people think that it's like meditation is this one particular way. It's not. To me, I define meditation as any way of getting out of the day-to-day thoughts and into a spaciousness in between the thoughts. And the idea is that you do something that really helps you ground in to your body and your breath. And if you're fully present with your breath and you're fully present with your body, I don't care what it is. It could be reading a book. It could be making love. It could be a conversation. It could be a walk in the park. I don't care what it is. But if you're fully present and with your breath, you're in the meditation state. So the idea is find your meditation practice. Be a scientist. Explore. Investigate. What do you passionately enjoy doing where you forget time and space? Where time and space is no longer part of your day-to-day living, where you forget how long you are doing a particular thing. Maybe it's playing basketball. Maybe it's enjoying nature and swimming in a lake. I don't care what it is, but find out that passion and that joy of what makes you forget time. Then, once you get into that meditation state of being silent and connected to your breath, you move into sleep, the physical regeneration of your body. This is a very important aspect that often gets overlooked. Many people think like, oh, I'll sleep later, or I'll have time to sleep on my vacation, or whatever. It's so often put off. And sleep is how we physically regenerate our body. It's how we collate memories. There's not a lot of information we know about sleep, but what we do know is if you don't sleep, you can lose memories. You wake up like you're in a fog, like you don't know who you are, or what day it is, or what you're doing that day. So the idea is find a healthy rhythm of sleep that makes you feel super awake and alive once you get up out of bed. So once you silence and sleep, the next S is the food component, which is salads, seeds, and smoothies. Monique's personal favorite. Salads and seeds are how we download nutrition into our body. And this information goes into our body and it helps nurture everything, all of the different systems, all of the endocrine system, the immune system, all the different systems that basically detoxify the body and also bring nutrition, all the vitamins and minerals and nutrients your body needs.
And smoothies are a very wonderful way to get the nutrition that your body wants. And so whether you're traveling on the road or you have kids, you have a busy lifestyle, like whatever's happening in your life, then you can collect and create your own smoothie recipe. And so you can have all the antioxidants, all the proteins, the superfoods, the things that feed your body, and you take it with you anywhere you go, and you have it there at your house. So in a moment, you can make a really, really nurturing, fulfilling meal.
That's the excuse with many people in the Western world, is I don't have time to eat healthy. All I have time is to go get some fast food component, or I'm eating out of necessity. So many people don't eat out of a bonding with other people or for nutrition. So many people just eat for fuel. And so the idea is changing your framework of how that information comes into your body. And so it's becoming more aware and awake of what you're putting into your body. And you're more aware and awake when you do silence, and you get good sleep. The next S is swimming, sweating, and stretching. So the idea is finding a movement component that's very light on collateral damage to your body. Many people run, many people bike, many people do all these different exercises, but there is collateral damage to the body. Where swimming, you're in a weightless environment. It's very smooth, it's very relaxed, and your entire body is getting exercised and moved. So to me, swimming is one of the most amazing things you can do for your body in respect to movement. But so many people go, oh, I don't like to swim. I don't have a swimming pool near me. Turns my hair green. Everybody has all these excuses of why they can't swim. Well, I say, well, you can swim in the air, which is qigong or yoga or dance. So find your movement component that really lights you up inside and moves your circulatory system and creates more muscle inside of your body. The next S is sharing, which is keeping the abundant flow of energy in your life. This is probably one of the most important S's there is. To me, the more you are giving energy from the intention of wanting nothing back in return and with just unconditional love from your heart, the more that energy will shower on top of you. And you will notice, I would like to bring in Miss Monique Darling.
Thanks, Peter. So it's one of my very favorite S's. Not my favorite. We'll get to that a little bit later, and you'll see why. But sharing to me is really about communing with the world, with the people that you're with the food that you're eating, with the way that you're dancing, and especially sharing with yourself. And so it's really diving into those places. Where are you afraid to get vulnerable? Where are you afraid to really tell the truth and peel away the masks that we all have grown up to live with, to try and look good, to people please, to be able to show up in the way that's acceptable? And so when you really start sharing your authentic self, that's when you can start living life, and that's when you start feeling safe in your body, because you start reaping the rewards. Because so often then we show up in this beautiful way and we're sharing, and then if you're not sharing authentically, then you never feel like you're being seen, you're being understood, you're being loved, and so there's still that hole that then starts feeling unsafe to be you. So the only way that I've been able to find, by being so super sensitive to feel safe in this body and feel safe being me, is to actually start sharing as the authentic real me.
What I love to do is I love to bless every single person that comes into my field. When I walk by someone, I give them a smile. And sometimes I'm not resourced to give them a smile, but most often I just look at them and I just look at them and I'm like, hey, or nice to meet you, or how are you doing? And I give them some sort of blessing, because if you want all the good things in life, you bless and give all of the good things in life for them. So what you give is what you get. And sharing is a huge component to this, to the 9 S's. Now, Monique's favorite S is sex, and I'm going to give a little bit of why I think sex is so important, and then I'll let Monique take it away, because it's definitely one of her favorites. Sex it's communion, it's connection, it's depth, it's so many different things, and physically it helps the body regenerate tremendously. It secretes certain hormones in your brain that just make you feel so alive and effervescent and ethereal, and you just have this amazing connection with yourself and your partner. But why do you think sex, I mean, beyond the physical, why is sex so important?
Well, we were talking about earlier how it is to be an earth angel, how it is to be born an empath, to have all these extra abilities, to be super sensitive to what's happening around us. And so one of the first key places that I found silence, that I wasn't tuned into everybody else, was during like really extreme lovemaking, like really diving deep with another person, all of a sudden there was this silence and I could hear myself. And I was like, oh, here I am. And so there's all the other S's that Peter's talked about and the S's that are to come. I experience that in sexuality. And there's this depth of feeling like, wow, even though I feel I want to go home, I want to have this connection with the divine and all that is, and all these places that I feel this extra sensory connectiveness to, when I'm having sex, when I'm making love, it feels like I can be home here on this planet.
Well said. Thank you. Yeah, so sex, it seems like, oh, it's very obvious that sex is important, but I think it's just having a connection energetically. You know, there's been many studies that show that people live longer even when they just have a pet, or they have lots of really good friends, or a spouse. People that live alone tend to die off a lot sooner than a lot of other people. So it shows you that having that sort of communion with a partner can be very, very important for your health. So the next S, what is the next S? It is singing, bringing up that harmonic resonance inside of your body and giving it out to the people around you. You look at many singers and they look quite younger than their actual age, and this is way before plastic surgery came along. They bring out this harmonic resonance and they give it to thousands of people, and then all of that energy comes back in and washes over these people who are these famous singers. And yes, they are doing what they love. They are really embodying their passion and their joy. But I really feel like that energy that comes back to you from singing is incredibly powerful and healing for your body. So, and singing is just one component of being creative. This is the creative component of the 9 S's. So you can sculpt, you can paint, you can be a writer, you can dance. I mean, you can, whatever it is that really lights up that inner sparkle and joy inside of your body of being creative, we say do that. But for me, singing is one of the most powerful creative things that you can do for your body.
So just go and imagine that the whole world's your playground. It's a whole live laboratory. And so you get to just start experimenting each day and see what feels good in your body. As you're experimenting, you're like, ooh, I do like singing. Maybe like for me, I love waking up in the morning and toning over my whole body and using like the Sanskrit vowel sounds to wake up my chakra points. And that's fun for me. Other people are like, wow, that's way too woo. Like, why are you doing that? And so it's not their thing, but it's really finding what do you love, and then start doing that on a daily basis so that you can really refill your body.
I think in our classes that we do where we're doing toning, I'd say the most surprised that people are from the toning modules that we do, where people go, oh my God, you just toned over my heart and I feel so alive, I feel so awake, I feel so effervescent. There is something magical to sound and having it be placed over your body.
So maybe you're asking, what is toning? So why don't we show you? You want to tone on my third eye, Peter?
Sure. So in Tantra, the third eye, or the 6th chakra point, is between the eyebrows here, and the word is Om. So you can either place hands on or hands off and just
And if you want to activate their heart, the sound's yum. It's the same thing.
And if you're energetically sensitive, that can be quite the profound experience. So singing, very, very important for really expressing your creativity and your expression of love. So the next S is sun, and this seems quite self-explanatory. Getting outside, getting vitamin D, connecting with nature. Vitamin D is one of the most important things for your immune system of your body. Every single doctor I've talked to about cancer says that all of the patients that they bring in are all vitamin D deficient. That the reason why they have cancer is because they don't have enough vitamin D. So it's very important to get outside and get at least like 10 minutes a day of sunshine to help activate the vitamin D inside of your body. What else for sun for you?
Sun's just a great reminder to get outside, to break up the patterns. So often then we start doing something, whether we're going to the gym, we're watching TV, we're writing, we're playing on Facebook, like whatever the pieces are that we fall into this rut. If you just have this simple reminder of let's go out in the sunshine 2 or 3 times a day, then you're really stopping that busyness. You're stopping those patterns, you're interrupting them and finding a new direction to place that energy. So again, it's bringing more power back into you so you can enjoy being in your body.
And if you feel like you have stuck energy inside of your body, one of the best things you can do is get outside. Go to a tree, go to a rock, find a stream, find some sort of nature to really connect and ground into, and allow that energy to be released back into the earth. And you'll find yourself in a much different state once you go outside and connect with nature.
What's the next S?
The next S is the final S, which is smiling. Why is smiling so important?
Well, for me, then a smile is again bringing you back to this authentic moment. Because so often then we take our pictures out, like we've just been touring Europe, and I see so many people with their phones out, their cameras out, and they're trying to capture that perfect moment. And the most delightful thing I see is this little child or this couple that's just walking down the street, and there's this great big smile on their face. A balloon goes up into the sky, there's bubbles everywhere, like there's this beautiful space of you can't hide. Like a smile peels away the mask. When that smile's there, it's because you're truly being you and enjoying being in this moment.
Agreed. I look at smiling as being grateful, having the gratefulness for the other 8 S's that you've just done during that day. And you'll notice that if you really start embodying these S's and start doing these S's on an everyday basis, you start smiling a lot. And there's been many tests that's been done on people who smile more than others, that you secrete certain hormones that help keep you looking healthier and happier. So it's smiling, it gets contagious. Laughing gets contagious. And there's been many studies that show that people that laugh more are able to heal themselves of many dangerous diseases.
So try practicing, try playing in these 9 S's, and then come back and see Scott and Emily and Peter and I as we dive deeper into what's it like to be an earth angel on this planet, so that you're not feeling alone, so that you have tools to actually be more yourself here and feel like it's safe to be here and be able to offer your gifts. We love you. Thanks for joining us.
Take care. Bye-bye.